Well, hello there, peeps. We got some PvP tunings coming next week that we shall discuss a little bit now. As usual, there is Battleground eye candy in the back, and I won't be going over every single detail. You're welcome to pause. Also, any change that's not really PvP related, I will just simply gloss over. So, let's start. Death Knight. Blood, a bunch of changes. Again, since it's a tank spec, I don't think it's gonna matter much. Frost. Now, Frost actually might be becoming a good specialization in PvP. Not just like a niche pick or something that only like certain people can kind of pull off. I think Frost might actually be good because it's getting a lot of buffs overall to its like main damaging abilities. So definitely, I think we're definitely going to be seeing a lot more Frost DKs after this patch. Druids, a bunch of changes, not really affecting PvP. Guardian, again, I don't think the tank specs are coming back since the nerfs. Evoker, Preservation, all healing reduced by 5%. Now this will get a little bit counteracted in the PvP tunings part, but Evokers are getting their healing a little bit nerfed, which is I think good. They have a lot of, I think, just throughput, AoE healing throughput, and it makes it, I think, Hunters. All Hunters getting all their damage buffed. Just all their damage buffed by 5%. I don't understand why all three Hunter specs are getting the same treatment. I don't think they're all performing the same, but just all three getting buffed 5% baseline. It's really, I think, definitely a plus for the Hunters. Monk, a bunch of Mistweaver changes. Of course, buffs mainly. Of course, they will have an effect in PvP. I'm not really a healer player, so I can't really say how much it's gonna change, but it's definitely gonna, since all of the healing is getting increased by 3%, and then also like certain abilities are getting increased, I think it's gonna make it much better than it is right now for sure. Paladin, Protection, bunch of like buffs, again not gonna matter much in PvP. I don't think tanks are coming back to PvP. Priest, Holy, all healing increased by 3%. I guess Holy was still struggling with healing, I'm not sure. Shaman, another healing surge buff, so actually like an enhancement buff, which I call accidental, right? Enhancement buffs, but definitely another buff straight up to enhancement. At this point, you can definitely drop certain talents, healing talents, and just focus on getting more utility and more damage from your talent tree. Restoration, getting some healing buffs as well, but again, this I feel like is, I don't feel like I'm confident enough to say like is it gonna change much. I don't know. Warlocks, now I don't know, this class just keeps getting buffs and keeps getting buffs on damage, and I don't know, like it's gonna be insane. Again, I think destruction is gonna be very soon coming to that like BFA levels where it can just stand still, tank all the classes and just do more damage. So just overall bunch of like buffs for this, destruction and demonology warlocks, and I think warlocks are definitely gonna be scary. Now PvP, finally we're getting to the PvP specific changes. Items, Nelthrax, Enemy of the Sky, now grants 1% attack speed in PvP combat. This is, I believe, the epic bow from the raid. Apparently it was too strong and people didn't want, I mean, it's a good change, of course. They don't want to make it so you have to do the raid to be, good in PvP. Demon Hunters, a Restless Hunter talent damage like nerf. Apparently, I don't know, some people were, I guess, using a build that used this to do some cheese damage, but I don't know, I'm not seeing any other person really use this talent, so I'm not sure, like, I'm really not sure why this is, like, getting changed, like, because when I check most of the top DHs, or I check, like, in general, around, like, on some Discords and stuff, I don't see any, I just don't understand why this is getting nerfed. Druid, Guardian, this is just intended to offset the buffs above, so the Guardians are not getting good in PvP. Evoker, Living Flame healing increased by 30% PvP combat. Verdant Embrace healing increased by 20% PvP combat. I think these are really good changes, makes it more casting based for Invokers to heal, but it also, I think, are good, it increases the survivability of Destruction Invoker, which I think is good because that's what I think the class is lacking. It's Blizzard, for some reason, just pumping damage into the class, but they should have, I think, been doing these kinds of changes when it comes to the Evoker class. Hunters, a little nerf for Beastmaster is 4-piece, and a bunch of buffs for marksmanship. Now, of course, these are to offset the previously removed double tap on the previous week, but I'm just not sure if this is gonna make a huge difference. we will have to wait and see if hunters are making a comeback. It's definitely gonna increase their throughput overall, so there's no like, it's not like a doubt. Oh, is it gonna train? No, their damage is getting increased for sure. It just, will it make them a competitive class or a competitive spec, should I say? We will see. Monks, a little change for the healing sphere talent. Again, I don't feel like commenting about it. Priest, now this is actually for Shadow a huge nerf, because I wouldn't say a nerf, it's something they're trying to fix. Apparently there were these healing reduction effects that stacked with similar effects that they're just trying to fix, but like this is probably like, this is also directly a nerf, since these effects stacked and were pretty much OP. Like if there was any other healing reduction on with the priest on a team, and then he does the priest does Psyfiend, it was just, yeah, there's no healing coming through. Rogue, assassination, similarly reducing some damage on the 4-piece, but it's also a similar situation where the healing reduction no longer stacks on the similar. It's just a similar change to the priests before. Shaman, and a little bit of a change to make sure that the Earthen Wall totem just lasts longer. Warlocks, again, I don't know, they keep buffing this freaking class for some freaking reason. Unstable Affliction backlash damage is increased by 35%, so this is gonna be, again, something you have to worry about if you're gonna dispel yourself, if you have like a self-dispel like I have on my Shaman, who is Iron Dwarf, but I don't know, I don't think this is a healthy playstyle, in general speaking. Like, I feel like you already get silenced for a long time, so having Unstable Affliction do so much damage, I don't think it's a healthy thing. Like, it's more, I think it's more healthier to something like Vampiric Embrace, which just kind of fierce. Destruction, some buffs. Again, there was like, I guess, a little bug, so they are like trying to reverse the damage that will be lost by the bug. Also, the Warlock had their talent stuck, the healing reduction stuck, so that also gets nerfed. Just baseline, like, or other effects. Warriors, the arms is getting some nerfs as far as like certain talents regarding Mortal Strike are concerned, but they're also getting their overpowered damage increased by a good chunk and slam damage increased in PvP combat. But this is of course made to just try to rebalance their damage, make it not so Mortal Strike heavy, not so like bursty, like all of their damage being like basically done in bursts. Make it so the arms warrior actually has to use like multiple globals to, you know, put their damage out, not just be like, whoop, I clicked one button at this perfect time and I just one-shot you almost. Well, that's it for this week. Changes, PvP changes. Unfortunately, there's not like nothing too, I think, impactful to talk about this time. Frost decays are definitely going up. Warlocks are again getting buffs for God knows what reason. A bunch of changes regarding like healing effects that stack, which don't stack anymore. Basically, they're basically nerfs. So basically, that would be it. Like, I don't think there's anything meta changing this week. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things that YouTuber wants you to do, and have a nice day.